Welcome to Shaping Tomorrow by Board Infinity, Dr. Yousef. It is a great pleasure to have you on this particular podcast. You have been one of those rare individuals in the academic space who have worked across geographies, spending time in US, Jordan, Qatar, and now in UAE as well. I think as the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at currently at University of Sharjah, you have achieved a lot in your academic tenure over the last three decades. And I would like this opportunity to welcome you to our podcast and would like to hear more about you from yourself.
Okay, thank you very much for the kind invitation to take part of this podcast. And it seems that you have done a little bit of your homework. I graduated from the University of Jordan with a Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering, then went to the States to study Mechanical Engineering, Master and PhD. Then I stayed in the US for some time. Then I started the journey that you mentioned. Currently, I'm at the University of Sharjah, and I'm a professor in mechanical engineering and the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. So my journey, yes, it took me a while to go and come back to the Middle East. However, I think every place I went, it has been an enriching experience, personally and professionally.
Great to hear that. So tell us a little bit about University of Sharjah, the programs. What are the areas that you involve yourself in?
The University of Sharjah is the largest university in the United Arab Emirates in terms of the number of students and in terms of the degree programs. Currently, we have about 20,000 students. About 16 plus are undergraduate, and the remaining are graduate students. We do have 14 colleges. With graduate studies, it is 15 colleges. These colleges are presenting the University of Sharjah as the most comprehensive university in the United Arab Emirates. We offer about 131 degree programs, and I say about because almost on a weekly and monthly basis we are adding programs after the accreditation from the Ministry of Education. The colleges span from based in historical establishment, started with the College of Sharia and Islamic Studies in 1997 when the institution was established. Then after that we have the College of Arts, Humanities and Social Science, then College of Business, then College of Engineering, then College of Health Sciences, then College of Law, then College of Fine Arts and Design, College of Communication, College of Pharmacy, College of Dentistry, College of Medicine. And the most recent college that we just established is College of Public Policy. This has been established just recently. The programs are, as a Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, I'm responsible for all colleges aside from the medical complex, meaning aside from College of Medicine, Dentistry, Pharmacy, and Health Sciences, all other colleges are under the Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. And my responsibility include by making sure that we are providing the best education for our students, recruiting the best faculty that we can bring to the university, and ensure that all academic operations are run smoothly.
Great, awesome. So it's very interesting to see that University of Sharjah today has some of the best number of students coming in, and there is a lot of multidisciplinary approach in terms of the education and the other aspects as well. Now, interestingly, because so many programs are running, As a Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, how do you measure the success of your academic programs?
First, let me tell you how we establish programs, because I think that will also shed light on the nature of the programs that we offer. All programs that we offer, they have to demonstrate that there is a market need, meaning we don't offer programs for the sake of offering programs, but to establish a market need that we see either currently or in the near future. As such, because there is a need and demand for these programs, we are almost certain that our graduates will end up securing employment based on the education that we provide them. The second portion of how we guarantee success, we are very selective in terms of the students we are admitting. We have several programs where we receive large number of applicants, and we are very, very selective on who can get a seat in the university.
Great.
On top of that, most of our programs are run by PhD holders. All of them are graduates of very well-known universities. So that background of education that they took abroad, they bring it back to our students. Adding all these ingredients will ensure that the students and the program are successful. Our programs are becoming more interdisciplinary in nature. The reason for that, as I told you, the job market is dictating this type of programs that will make and ensure that the students are not isolated in silos and just looking at a problem that they're trying to solve from a particular angle, but they have that diverse look to ensure that they understand the impact of their solution to the problem that they provide. For that, we just initiated a new initiative within the university to ensure that we diversify the programs that are traditionally in the humanities. So we started what we call add-ons or certificates. These are similar to what you're trying to offer. We have 6 certificate programs currently running. I'll mention a few of them just to give you the flavor. One is AI and society, meaning we try to introduce the artificial intelligence as a tool for students who are in the humanities or social sciences. So they understand how this tool can impact their education and their contribution to the society. We have another program, we call it Digital Humanities. And now with the widespread use of social media, it becomes necessary that students understand the impact and usage of the digital content and how it impacts the society. We have another degree, another certificate in forensic science. And forensic science is requiring a little bit of solid science, but also it is utilized as an investigative tool. We have students who are coming from arts, are very much interested to diversify their background, and they are taking forensic science as the tool for diversification. So this is one aspect. We just also instituted a new office. We call it Interdisciplinary Program Office, to ensure that not only the current programs they have interdisciplinary feed into them, but also trying to venture in the future. What the future job market will be looking for from our students, and ensure that we are meeting that market demand by supplying the necessary education degree programs for our students. Aside from the academic, we're also running a continuous education program, or programs, I should say, where we offer these to the community, to the organizations, to the government, to enhance the skills of their employees. These are run in parallel with the academic programs.
Excellent. I think over the course of this conversation, I am seeing that you have mentioned the word employability at least 10 times. And it's a very topic very close to what we do at Board Infinity, and it's excellent to see that there are a lot of new age programs coming in for the internal students as well as for the external students as well. Now, coming back to you and your career, I think fundamentally you've been a professor to start with. I'm saying academician, and usually I've seen that when academicians move to administrative roles, they are unable to cope up with, let's say, going back to research. Now, for you, how do you try to balance that in terms of research work as well as administration?
I have to give the credit to my master and PhD supervisor.
Okay.
He was an administrator. When I met him first, he was a department chair. Then he became a dean. Despite that, he maintained his research activity all the time.
Great.
So I picked up that from him. And ever since, I never been a silo job. It's always multiple things that I have to do. So I started administration the year I graduated. I became the director of computing and multimedia services at Florida State University. At the same time, a faculty in mechanical engineering. So I maintained the dual role ever since, from 1997. And wherever I move, it seems that this continued to happen through my career.
Excellent. And see, a lot of institutions today adopt a lot of technology, and usually there are so much of technology to choose also to do. For you, when you look at higher education and technology, what do you think are the most essential components, and what are you using here today?
There are obviously, we have to maintain currency on the programs that we are offering, and we need to ensure that our students know what's available for them to use. So all of our programs have the capability to be delivered in person or online as a hybrid mode. Our faculty have been trained to do this duality of offering and delivering the courses. Our software, the one that we are using across all colleges, are maintained at current stat, and we always venture to find what else we can offer our students, or actually to manage our administrative operation. Currently, and it is the word of the moment, AI is leading the landscape. Because we have College of Computing and Informatics. We maintain this college to be a central contributor to all other colleges. So they provide training and OI and AI and other technologies to all other programs, whether this Sharia and Islamic study or humanities or law or engineering. All of them, they are taking feed from the College of Computing and Informatics. On top of that, so we don't leave our staff behind, we are also running workshops and training programs for the staff to be current with the technology that now becoming, as I said, the major landscape in the technology market. Also, we impregnate this into the degree programs. We wanted to make sure that the students not get exposed, but get to learn how to use this technology and what else is available for them to use in their progress toward a degree. So all colleges have been mandated to have a component of AI into their curriculum. So this is for the current. Most new programs now, we are venturing to all of them to have this AI component. And give you a couple of examples. One is AI in education. It's a master degree program, and we're gonna offer it for the master students, then we'll make a diploma and we'll make a continuing education. The reason we wanted to offer this program, most of the educators in the schools, they probably have some knowledge of AI, but they don't have the full strength and what capability it can do for them and their kids in the high school, in the middle school, and the elementary school. So we decided to offer this program so we can get the school teachers to take the program. The ones who are interested to take a master, then the master will be available. If they are not interested in committing 2 years, then the diploma will be available. If they are not willing to commit more, then we offer it through continuing education. The idea is to ensure that the teachers are as much capable as the current students, because you can see there is becoming a huge gap between the new generation and the educators.
Correct.
And one approach which many countries tried initially to do is to lock down, not to use AI, it is something bad, you cannot use it. Then slowly when people start to understand, we start talking about the ethical use. Rather than preventive measure, now how we can use it right.
Absolutely.
And now the next step is not just how to use it, how you develop applications. Because with making these tools available online free of charge, now you become also a developer. You don't need to only to be a user. You can be a developer.
Correct.
So you may have a niche idea, a niche area. If we just provide you the medium, maybe some of your kids in the school become developers. What prevents that to happen? So this is the goal of this type of degree program. Next degree that we are planning to offer, everybody is talking about digitization. Okay, how you make it? If you go to an organization, it's good, nice, but how can it be done? How you can bring the people of the organization to embrace this digitization approach. As such, currently the university is developing, and we will launch it end of October, our new strategy. It has one major element of it is the digitization. So we want to be a digital university by 2030, meaning no paperwork whatsoever that will run through the different administrative units or through the academic units. So we made it as a pillar of our strategy. The next one, which is now it's becoming an international trend. 10 years ago, maybe more than 10 years ago, but in 2009, there was the notion of what they call third generation university. Okay, then you start wondering what is third generation, what is first generation. So first generation university is a university that was made only to educate students, to just breed students to the market. Then slowly, second generation come to exist, that the university mission is not just as a school. It has a bigger mission, which is to generate knowledge. So researchers, etc. So that's the second generation. Third generation university is the university that also transfer knowledge, meaning creating entrepreneurs. So that was in 2009. Now, what our mission, we are going into the fourth generation. What is the meaning of the fourth generation? So we educate, we do research, we create entrepreneurs, but we need to impregnate this to have a societal impact and make it part of our strategy and mission. So our edge strategy is the fourth generation university.
That's a great and a noble thought as well. I think one of the very few administrators who have spoken to me about the fourth generation of universities being set up. Now, apart from work, what does Dr. Yousef do to wind down?
I don't know what I can do. I still maintain my research. And I have to, because this what keep you insane, really. So I not much really. Mostly, it become part of the daily work.
Yeah.
I usually start my day at 6 a.m. I finish here 7 p.m. Then family time and weekend primarily research.
Okay, great, awesome. So, as a closing note, I think with your experience over the last 30 years in both academic roles as well as now in administration roles as well, and with the context that today UAE attracts a lot of institutions that are coming in to set up and create models of higher education, what are one or two recommendations that you believe are useful for administrators who are starting off in the market currently, and how can they be successful?
Actually, these days the brand name of a university is essential. So you cannot start with a small university hoping that you will succeed the second day. And we have ample experience in the Emirates. Many universities start with big ambition, but because they don't understand the market, they don't understand what degree program they want to offer, they think that they can establish a presence. Slowly you will find out that they shade out and they run away. The best approach is that I can advise is a solid market analysis of what really needed. And come up with a niche area that nobody else is offering. If you want to establish another University of Sharjah, it's guaranteed that you're gonna fail because you will require you time to establish a brand name, will require you time to convince the parents, the students that you are offering something of value. Unless you bring a brand name, such as those universities in Dubai, a couple of them they brought from UK, and they try to emulate the brand in the country. And even with that, some of these universities, because it looks as commercial, meaning they are after profit, usually they don't attract many students. And at the end of the day, maybe they break even, maybe they don't break even. So if I am going to bring a new university in the UAE, the first thing I would go and look at the competitors, what they are offering. What else can I offer that they are not offering? And if they are not offering that, why they are not offering? So you make a scan in both sides, a scan in the market demand, what the market will need, and a scan of what universities are offering. Then you find your niche area that you can start with. But to bring many countries, even India, I think they just announced that they welcoming foreign universities to come and sit over there. But the caveat that they will bring with that initiative is how you guarantee success. So as I said, either a brand, Qatar tried that. So Texas A&M, Cornell, etc. So they brought really good universities to establish their brand in the country. And those still now they exist. Texas A&M continue to operate for about 20 years now. So this is one approach. But those universities with the brand are costly.
Yeah.
They are not
Yeah.
gonna come. They
Yeah.
are not gonna come to sell their brand for cheap money. But if they do it right, then you will end up maybe having a successful university. The second, which I think many investors they don't pay attention, is the intake. Where that intake gonna come from? You have to have solid statistics of the demography of the UAE.
Correct.
Who are
Yes.
going to be your students?
Yes.
And data is available, but you have to have a diligent analysis.
Yes.
Where they sit, where they live, whether they will be willing to commute, where you put your premises. This you start to see now, as you suggested, small universities here and there. The likelihood for these universities to stay active might not be as profitable as probably when they started. And you have another example in Dubai, Knowledge Village. So many small shops.
Correct.
How successful is that?
Mm.
If a university need to be established, as I said, you need to look at these parameters before you venture into this business.
I think it was a wonderful summary of how to be successful in the Emirates of establishing institution. I think one, you spoke about differentiation. Second, understanding what niche you can offer and try to the job market as well in terms of employment. And third, price it also correctly so that the maximum students can, and understanding demographic. I think that was wonderfully
And
summarized.
station it in the right place.
Yeah, yeah. So I think this was an amazing conversation with you, Dr. Yousef. And it's been a pleasure to have you in this podcast. And our viewers are definitely going to benefit, and the larger community is going to appreciate what you had to share during the last half an hour. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity, and I hope you keep in touch. Send me the.
Sure, sure.
Okay.